But I think Russia's the big wild card at this moment. Their exports went to a 3-month low because they had wild weather in the Caspian Sea. It's abnormally cold there right now because of the El Nino. My colleagues in the UK have told me they're being invaded by owls from Russia because it's so cold. The owls are fleeing. But let's just look at what's happened. Their natural gas pipelines were sabotaged, okay? The two pipelines. Their Trans-Siberian Railroad was just sabotaged, okay, twice. That's going to hurt their exports to China, of course. So they have 3 big wells in the Arctic. They have a pipeline, and I don't know if somebody's going to sabotage it, but I do know the situation in Ukraine is becoming dire and more desperate. And whether the same people that sabotaged the Trans-Siberian Railway will go for the Russian pipeline or not, I'm not sure. Once that pipeline breaks, it's gone. It'll freeze. It's gone. And that Arctic well production is going to be not come online anytime soon. So I think we have to be prepared for this, okay? And let's just hope peace prevails and we have ceasefires and all that stuff. But it is a wild card. In the meantime, energy will remain low, because China just announced a big drop in energy consumption in November, not only compared to October, but year over year. But also, it's just the time of year where demand drops. So we do expect energy to pick up in spring when seasonal demand in the Northern Hemisphere picks up. But it's going to be a tough couple of months.
But pick up how much?
Oh, I think we'd probably just hit our low on Brent sweet crude because inventories in America are still pretty light on crude oil, but the refined product inventories went up, especially gasoline. So we're getting some relief at the pump here. Most of the diesel is being exported to Europe and elsewhere because there has been an acute diesel shortage in Europe because their grade of crude oil changed. And so I'm not too worried, but no, I think we just hit the low a couple of days ago. And then it'll firm up just because of the geopolitical tensions. And but I think Russia's the big risk. And it's also a weather risk. I mean, there could be no bombing of their pipeline and something wrong could happen in the Arctic. Those 3 big wells they have in the Arctic Circle were all Western energy companies. And I just don't know if they have the engineers to maintain them if something goes wrong. And you have to have oil going through the pipelines. If you don't, it freezes, the pipeline will burst, it'll be worthless. So even in America, the Biden administration allowed ConocoPhillips to add more oil to the Alaska pipeline because it was drying down, and if they didn't get some more oil to put in the pipeline, it was going to freeze. So Russia has to keep those pipelines moving with oil, but if there's any interruption, what a disaster it could be.